Hi, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today is Mother's Day here in the UK. And I want to make a bouquet for my wife, Blair. And this one is going to be centered around, well, two of my favorite flowers. One is going to be Protea. I love Protea. It's a South African flower. Magnificent Protea. And then the other is classic red rose. We're going to stay in the Burgundy family. Let's build something beautiful. So I want to do a beautiful bouquet for my wife, and I have a new vase, never used this one before. And you can see it's this beautiful orange right here, and I love this. We're gonna start this bouquet out with a little bit of foliage, and we have some eucalyptus. I love woody stemmed plants, and eucalyptus has a nice woody stem. Now I like woody stemmed plants because they last so long in a vase. And they look good for a really long time. Now, the other added bonus for eucalyptus is what you get from the scent. Eucalyptus smells magnificent, and it gives you a bouquet that has a wonderful scent to it. So it's not just beautiful, it smells good, and it adds a fragrance to the entire floral arrangement. We're just gonna go around creating a nice little nest of eucalyptus. We're gonna have a little bit left, may put back in the center towards the end of this. But right now, big and blousy, kind of flourishing out in all different directions is eucalyptus. And we have a nice base right there. Again, I want to save a couple pieces of this to come back into the center with a little later. I'm going to set that to the side. Beautiful eucalyptus. What's going in next? Well, my favorite, woody stemmed as well, because I love bouquets that last a long time. So I tend to lean towards woody stemmed plants. These are nice hypericum berries. I don't really like the leaves on this so much. It's not that I don't like them, it's just that I don't need the leaves. I don't want them to get down into the water. So just the very tips of this hypericum berry am I going to leave the leaves. And this is just filling in, get us a little bit of color starting out in this. And it's going to start out giving you almost a wintry Christmas effect, especially with these red berries. But these are berries that I like to use year round. Mother's Day, my wife gets to celebrate it twice because we have it here in the UK. It's earlier than Mother's Day in the US. And so I tend to lean more towards the US version, but this year I want to acknowledge both of them. She's a mother of 6 children. That's how many kids we have. So with that included, I think I should do a little more. Why not let her have 2 Mother's Days to celebrate? My own mother is back in the US and the States, so I would definitely give her a call. But she doesn't know as much about the UK variety of Mother's Day. I just make sure I call her on the US Day. So these berries are going in, and again, kind of creating a nest. What I mean by that is they're falling to the sides in all directions. This vase is very open, and it creates a look that I really do like. I do like large bouquets that flow in a lot of different directions. Can it look good from all sides? That is absolutely a focal point for me. From whichever side you view it, I don't like to do bouquets that have a front and a back. No matter which side you see it from, I want it to look good. And this one is going to sit on our dining room table, which can be viewed from all sides. So those beautiful, nice, a lot of beautiful red berries in there. In the interior, you can see how that looks. Some of these standing a little higher, that's fine. I like them to be at slightly different heights. Now, the next flower I'm going to add in is actually a flower because we haven't added any flowers in yet. Let's work around here and get this out. Okay, here we are. And that's a Burgundy dianthus. Just a beautiful flower. And just start to work these in. This is the first flower. Let these have a slightly longer stem because I do want them to stand up a little taller and really help to fill in the space. I'm going to turn this around so we can just work with it and work these in. I have a lot of them, and I want them all to just really space them out. Try to get them evenly spaced out all the way around, interior, exterior. Now, a lot of people think of dianthus or carnations as just flowers to use for funerals. I have a different opinion. I like to use them more liberally across the whole year. I think they're a great flower as a filler because a lot of people won't recognize them when they see them away from a funeral arrangement. So if you work them in to other bouquets, they're a nice filler flower. They add a lot of color. You can see how much color is being added to this burgundy as we're just layering in this dianthus here, what it looks like, and gives me a more flower. They're not a very expensive flower. It's another reason I like to use them, but they last a long time in the vase, and that is what I'm always concerned about. I'm always angling for flowers that last longer in a vase. There are some flowers I really like, and they just don't hold up well in a vase, so I tend not to use them very often. So different heights on this as well, but we're starting to fill in now. You can start to see it coming together, I think. So some of this eucalyptus is leaning out a little bit, but once I have the overall design in place, then I'll go back and do any trimming that I feel I need to do. Okay, now we have a dozen red roses. Let's go ahead and get these worked in. I like to pull the thorns off of my roses because sometimes I'll place them and I have to pull them back out. Pulling the thorns off helps with them. If I have to pull them back out, it doesn't grab all the flowers around it. Red roses are classic. It's beautiful rose, a sign of love. So I really wanted to work this in for my wife here. I was like, you know what would look really good? These are not very thorny roses. Hybrid teas, very upright, but they look good in a vase. And everyone knows that roses, especially a red rose, represents love. So I wanted my wife to feel that when she looks at this bouquet. Just working around here, and you could see the roses and the dianthus very close in color. And I selected them for that very reason. I did want them to almost merge in your eye to where you can't necessarily, unless you're looking closely, you can't tell which is which. I wanted to go with this really dark red because I want this bouquet just to have such a floral statement, and sometimes layering the same color on top of itself but in different forms really creates a bold statement. Or you could say I didn't want to spend as much money on red roses, and the dianthus allows me to add in more red flowers without adding in as many red roses. But the color matching between the dianthus and the roses is almost perfect. So if you're not looking closely, you really can't see the difference. Now what I want to add in next is not the last flower. I have another hypericum because even I acknowledge that too much of one color is almost too much. And this one is across the color wheel, a lot of burgundy, but I wanted a very chartreuse color to add in just to get a little more color in here. So the red berries are in, and these are a chartreuse, very limey green hypericum in here as well. I just thought that brighten it up, a little more color, and let that stand out. I don't need the leaves, many leaves from that. Just want those berries standing out. And these, again, woody stemmed, will last such a long time in a vase. I love my floral arrangements to sit on the table for at least a week or two. And so the red berries are a little lower. The chartreuse, I'm cutting the stems a little longer so these will stand up a bit higher in the arrangement. And just working around, putting these in more interior where the red are more exterior. Along the rim, these are standing up more interior. Just working on around, just making sure these are layered in. A lot of color here, a lot of burgundy. And there's still one more flower to go after this. We're not done just yet because what I call the star of the show still has to be added, and that is the Protea. Two more stems for the hypericums in here. I recut all the stems, would help with the plant's uptake of water. So I recut all my stems right before they go into the vase. Okay, now the largest and woodiest stem. I may need some heavier shears for these, and I have 6 of these. Now I don't want the Protea to stand above the rest of the flowers. Because I have enough, I have 6, and you can see I here worked around one side. I want them to kind of sit amongst the other flowers, not standing above. but you'll definitely see them. There's no way you don't see Protea in a design. And I've just worked my way all the way around, evenly placing in the Protea, crossing them up, making sure that from all sides you can see one. And the last one, if you're looking at it from the top, is going to be sitting more in the center, but still not sitting above too much. Here's one that's a little above, and that's fine. I don't mind it being a little above. All right, if some of this eucalyptus is leaning out a little too far, I'm going to take back some of those. Not too much, just bring it in a little bit, even it out. And there we are. This is the floral bouquet that I've created for my wife for Mother's Day here in the UK. Let's go give this to her. And then lastly, hit it with just a little bit of leaf shine. Come stand right here. I'm going to give your mother a bouquet, and I will need you to stand there and put your hands over her eyes so her eyes are closed until it gets in here. Because you know she'll cheat.
Okay.
Okay?
Where is she?
She's coming downstairs.
Okay.
We're just waiting on her. It's heavy, so I'm not going to give it to you. Let's sit on the table. Okay. Okay, this is for Mother's Day, your first Mother's Day. Okay, you're going to, yeah, because it's US, UK. It's the UK Mother's Day. The US Mother's Day hasn't happened yet.
Oh.
Okay, yes. You can uncover eyes, Blakely.
Ooh, they look good. What is this?
That's the vase. Remember we were out in, I can't remember what city we were in. Yeah, but we bought this vase and we never used it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is for your Mother's Day for your 6 children. There are 6 Protea in there. We call that 6 kids.
Oh, the 6 Protea represent the 6 kids.
Yeah.
Looks good.